I hear a bunch of my friends singing this song already. We learned our Inferring song yesterday. Let's go ahead and stop singing real quick. Because now I'm talking, and so we want to make sure that we're listening. Who can tell me, why did I, on our Inferring song, why did I put a magnifying glass? Yes, Jack.
Because
Very good. Very good. Inferring is finding that evidence in our text, and so using your schema also, but you've got to find the evidence in the text. And so today, for our comprehension lesson, we're going to focus on inferring. And yesterday during social studies, we read Sarah Morton's Day. And so I want to talk to you again about this story. And we talked about it a little bit while we were reading, but I wanted to really look at it. Now, when we looked at Tommy Day Powell's The Art Lesson with our inferring, we had a T-chart kind of like this. And if you see at the top, I wrote inferring, because we're going to be making some inferences. On this side, what does it say? In my head. And on this side, it says in the book. And like Jack said, we use the magnifying glass because we have to find the evidence. So right down here, I wrote evidence. Because I can make an inference. Whoops, these are going to fall. I can make an inference, but if there's no evidence in the book, is it a good inference? No, I've got to make sure that I have text evidence. So we're going to look at Sarah Morton's Day, and I'm going to make an inference, and you're going to help me prove and find the evidence in the book about my inference, okay? Now, when we were reading it, I had an idea, I had an inference that wasn't written in the book, but it was in my head, so I'm going to put it on this side. And I think life was harder back then. So one of my inferences is that life was harder back then. And I'm talking about for kids, for grown-ups, it was harder back then. But it never said that in this book. Who can tell me what could have been some of my clues, some of my evidence for why I think life was harder back then? Who remembers from this book what made me think that?
Because the girl had to do a lot of chores to do a lot of stuff.
Okay, very good. So my text evidence is she had a lot of chores. She got up in the morning and had to cook the breakfast, had to serve her parents the breakfast, then she had to fetch the hens, then she had to milk the goats, then she had to till the garden, and she had to break down the spices, then she had to make lunch and help serve lunch. Lots of chores. Do kids have that many chores now? No. Then she had to clean the dishes. So my text evidence, very good. I didn't just make that up. I had to have text evidence, which was the girl had lots of chores. Very nice. Okay. Now, in my head, I made an inference that this girl's favorite animal was a pig.
No.
Wait a second, but that was in my head. So why are you telling me no, that her animal wasn't a favorite pig? Who can raise their hand and tell me why can I not put that as a good inference? David?
Because it wasn't part of the story.
There's nothing in the book, there's no evidence that says her favorite animal was a pig. So what's very important, a lot of you yesterday during Daily 5, when you chose Read to Self, you said, I'm going to try inferring. What's very important when you try inferring is you can think of things in my head, but you have to have evidence. You have to have evidence for your inferring, okay? So I want you to think about that. Okay, now today we are going to go to around a Daily 5, and I wonder if anyone's going to try to make some inferences in a book. Or if there's going to be anybody that finds some sight words in their book. We've got a lot of good things. So I want you to think about what Daily 5s you went to yesterday.